What is going on YouTube? CloudEnvy here, and welcome to our Week 1 team builder for Season 1 of the OBC, where we will be playing Phantombass, coach of the Cleveland Escavaliers, and my lord, would you look at that team. Obviously ours is on the left, his is on the right, you know, player 1, player 2, it's the home field, you get it. But this man is packing Volcanion and Landorus Incarnate for his first 2 picks, and that's enough by itself. Oh my god. Past that, he has Scizor. Really rounding out his tier 1s pretty well. Tier 2, he's got Reuniclus, Tangrowth, and Mega Ampharos. That was a pretty interesting Mega pick. I can't say it's bad, but it's not what I expected, you know? But Tier 3, he's looking very powerful. The nice defensive Gramble, nice offensive Hitmonlee, attack Rabbit Spin on that, and Drapion, which can do a number of different roles. And Tier 4, he's looking at, again, defensive Miltank. I'm telling you, this thing can be offensive as possible. I'm just waiting for it. Dusknoir, which had me on my toes a little bit. And Cryogonal, who is surprisingly special defensive, really fast, and packs some nice special attack. Now this team builder was very difficult. Just barring Landorus, to be perfectly honest. There's almost no switching for Landorus. It basically doesn't exist. So we're gonna go over the team we're bringing in a second. Right now we're kind of just focusing on the 2 teams at hand. Volcanion we have covered. As soon as I saw Volcanion, we picked up, well, not as soon as, because that'd be a waste of a first or second pick, but we did grab Jellicent specifically to wall that thing. We also have Water Absorb Poliwrath. I figure with Water Absorb, Volcanion really isn't too much of a threat. It's really just that Lando. I don't have a single switch from Lando outside of just making really good predictions. Yeah, we do have a couple mons that resist ground, but nothing resists a knockoff. Nothing resists a sheer force rock slide. It's crazy how good this thing is. Past that, I know Tyler pretty well by this point. He didn't draft as much bulk as I expected, but there's still a good amount. There's still enough for me to safely say that I can't just walk in and make him dead. Because it's really, I don't want to say annoying because it sounds negative, but it's a challenge to play against Tyler just because I'm so offensive and aggressive and just, I like to hit hard fast, and he's just got so much bulk on his teams. But that's the overview, and we are going to go into what we have, which is right here in Pokemon Showdown. No, we're not playing on Showdown. That's just what I'm using for my team builder because it's efficient and it's easy. So we're going to start off with Gomazoa. My phone needs to shut up. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being popular. But we're going to start off with Gomazoa, the Jellicent, just because I already kind of spoiled that one. But full specialty defensive set. We have lefties. We have Water Absorb. We have Recover, Substitute, Confuse Ray, and Toxic. Scald probably would have been better here, but I really want a way to just, I want to force Volcanion out. I want to force him out. So we've got a Substitute for when he does switch out because it can't touch Jellicent. Past that, we have Confuse Ray to just be obnoxious, and we have Toxic to deal some extra damage. Now, yes, he does have Mons who don't care about being poisoned. The chances of him bringing all of them in this matchup, it just does not add up. It doesn't. I see Scizor coming just because we have a Sylveon, but at the same time we have Zard X. I don't see Drapion coming, but again, we have Zard X and we have Nidoking, both having very strong ground attacks. Drapion doesn't want to eat that, but I see this set being really annoying, to be honest. It's gonna force him to switch a lot. Speaking of Nidoking, our next mon is Grimlock, the Nidoking, rocking a Choice Scarf, Sheer Force, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Earth Power, and Sludge Wave to hit his entire team super effectively. That Sheer Force boost is really going to help all of those moves out, especially the dual stab in Earth Power and Sludge Wave. Now this was a really weird set. We have 88 speed. I figure that's all we need, just in case. If Lando Eye happens to be Scarf, which I'm willing to bet Lando Eye is going to be Scarf, just because Nidoking is basically has to be Scarfed. And oh my god, the Lando Eye, I'm really fearing this thing. But we have 88 speed just to make sure we can outspeed everything that we don't. Just to outspeed everything that isn't Lando Eye. There we go. Past that, max special attack, modest nature, and a pretty decent amount of bulk in that HP, and 4 special events. Just 4. Figured there was no other spot that we could put it in that would make a difference. But Nidoking is basically our Nidoking here is a win con. It OHKOs almost his entire 12-mon squad, almost, barring a Scarf Landorus, which obliterates Nidoking. Miltank takes 2 hits. I don't know if... Well, we have Flamethrower for Scizor, never mind. And Reuniclus is going to be super annoying. I really don't expect it to come. I see no reason for him to bring Reuniclus in. Just because... I don't know. I really just don't see it coming. It doesn't make sense in this matchup. But past that, our third mon is Ribbons the Sylveon. This set is something I like to play around with. We have the Wise Glasses to try to fake out that Choice Specs. Max Special Attack, Modest Nature, just a teeny bit in Spadef, and Max HP. I figure this can act as a sub Spadef tank, as well as fake the specs. Past that, we have Hyper Voice and Shadow Ball, which does a giant amount of damage to everything, and HP Fire for the predicted Scizor switch. Outside of that, we have Baton Pass for the 4-man Volt Switch, which is also why we don't have any speed. There just wasn't a point. There wasn't a point. I'd rather just go bulky and hit hard. Number 4 is Bruce Willis, the Unbreakable Fortress. I love this thing. We have the Custop Berry running Sturdy, obviously. I don't even know why I have to say that. Why not run Sturdy? But we have Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin Spikes, and Explosion, really just to take advantage of the Sturdy Custop. And obvious Fortress build is obvious, max HP, max defense with an Impish Nature, and 4 in attack just to give our Explosion like 1 extra piece of shrapnel. But after Fortress, we've got Thunderstruck the Zapdos. I love this mon. For reasons like this, we have a weird, physically defensive Zapdos, maxed out in HP, 176 in defense with a bold nature, 68 special attack, and 12 special defense. Now, this is a weird Zapdos. It's really just here to eat hits. I figure if you want to set up a Sword Dance on Scizor, Zapdos can kind of just not care. It can eat Superpower, Bug Bite. Well, not Bug Bite. If he brings Bug Bite, if he doesn't bring Sword Dance, he'll probably use U-Turn. Either way, Zapdos is switching. Bullet Punch. Zapdos doesn't care about these things. We are rocking Leftovers, Hidden Power, Ice, Heat Wave, Volt Switch, and Roost. Now that combination of attacks between HP Ice, Heat Wave, and Volt Switch is so good here because it hits so many different mons just with that Ice, Fire, Electric Port. It's like having three mons in one. I know they don't do giant damage between HP Ice and Volt Switch, but they still get the job done. HP Ice is also one of the only moves we have that can reliably OHKO Landorus. Volt Switch is going to be a pretty nice pivot out of Volcanion, and Heat Wave is just, it's going to put a pounding on Scizor, it really is. But Zapdos I can see put in some work. Last but not least, I told everyone I was going to bring it week 1. I told everyone I was going to bring this mon as much as possible. We've got the Blue Bomber. Now this thing is just, it's just weird. very defensive utility set. Utility defense kind of thing going on. We've got leftovers with water absorb just in case something happens to Jellison. Just in case we need to throw it in against Landy to eat a special attack. I really don't want to think about that, but it's always good to have a contingency. So we've got Blue Bomber here. We're rocking the circle throw. We're going to hazard attack. He's going to circle throw. With that max defense and max HP, even Scizor can't touch it. Landorus also doesn't do a ton of damage to this thing. It doesn't do a ton. It does enough, not a lot. I'm not saying I'm going to keep it in against Landorus. That's just stupid. But Blue Bomber is really just here to force pivot. As we have Circle Throw, we have Hypnosis, we have Encore and Scald, basically just asking him. This Mon is our way of keeping steady momentum. It's going to keep his team from having a reliable Mon in the field. He's going to either be forced to switch out, or we're going to make him switch out. Either that, or we're putting something to sleep, or trapping something in an attack, and we have a status move in Scald, as well as Hypnosis. I'm loving this set. Poliwrath is power. I'm so excited to use this in the format. But we will see how that works out. Even with only 4 points in special defense, it really doesn't care all that much about Volcanion, unless he's running HP Grass or Electric, in which, yes, we will care. Especially if it's Specs. But by that point, we'll be able to realize, switch into something safer like Zapdos. Or quite possibly Nidoking. But guys, there you have it. That is our team builder for week 1. I know it's not even 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I just like to get to the point. I'm not a conversationalist. Anyway, but soon enough the battle will be up when we eventually have the battle. I understand Tyler's a busy guy. I'm also a busy guy. We're in the process of trying to work something out. But this will be uploaded on Saturday, and hopefully our match will be up on Sunday. So until then, be sure to wish your brother luck and stay frosty.